because it's a situation that can wipe this clean, if we're mistaken about you and in 6 months you break a police officer's nose or something, then we'll have to come back here.
This one shows how quickly things can escalate. A single incident leads to a series of consequences, and the court has to try to put all that together. So pay attention to how that's handled. My name is Dan. This is the Courtroom Files. All right, there we go.
Come on over to the witness stand. Morning, Ms. Rivers. Happy Monday.
Good morning. Happy Monday. Can you hear me, Judge?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Okay. We'll get on the record then. This is State versus Williams, 25 SC 006-023. Ms. Williams is here in court with Ms. Wood, and Ms. Smith is representing the state. Ms. Williams, I understand you're ready to enter a plea in your case. Is that correct? Let me mute a couple things here. Okay. There. Okay. Ms. Williams, in just a moment, Ms. Smith is going to put you under oath and then ask you a bunch of questions about your case. You need to answer her questions truthfully and completely. And also, you need to let Ms. Wood or me know if you've got questions at any time. Will you do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Smith.
Ms. Williams, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give in the matter currently before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can lower your hand. Please state your true, correct, and legal name for the court.
Patricia Williams.
Are you at this time taking or under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medicine?
No, ma'am.
And is there any medication that you would normally take that you haven't been given today?
No.
How old are you and how far have you gone to school?
I'm 30. I graduated high school. I went to West Georgia.
Do you understand that you have the right to plead either guilty or not guilty to these charges? And if you plead not guilty or remain silent, you may receive a jury trial.
Yes.
You have, you didn't understand the question?
No.
Okay, she'll say it again.
Thank you.
Do you understand that you have the right to plead either guilty or not guilty to these charges? And if you plead not guilty or remain silent, you may receive a jury trial.
Okay, yes.
Have you had enough time to speak with your attorney about all of the facts and circumstances known to you regarding the charges in this indictment? Do you need more time to discuss your case with your attorney?
No.
And are you satisfied with her services?
Yes.
Counsel, are you satisfied that your client has a full understanding of this proceeding?
I am.
Also, do you waive the formal reading of the indictment and any and all defects in the indictment for the purposes of this plea?
So waived.
Ms. Williams, do you remember being arrested? I'm sorry. Do you remember being arrested on these charges?
Yes.
The state is unaware of any outstanding warrants related to these charges. Are you or your attorney aware of any outstanding warrants?
No.
Do you understand that this is a non-negotiated or a blind plea and that the state will recommend a sentence to the court?
Yes.
Do you understand that the court can impose any sentence authorized by law, including any higher sentence than that recommended by the court, up to the maximum sentence on each charge?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you're placed on probation of any kind, you cannot violate any criminal laws of any governmental unit or any special conditions of probation without being subject to revocation for the balance of the sentence?
Yes.
Do you understand that this is a guilty plea, which is permanently recorded on your criminal history?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you're charged with a crime in the future, that this plea may be used to enhance that sentencing, including on a federal case?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you're currently on probation or parole, that your probation or parole may be revoked based on you entering a guilty plea today?
Yes.
Are you a United States citizen?
Yes.
Do you understand that there may be other adverse or unfavorable consequences as a result of this guilty plea conviction, just as there would be following a conviction from a trial? For example, your guilty plea may affect your right to vote, the right to hold public office, the right to the right to serve on a jury, the right to obtain a passport, the right to receive, possess, or transport a firearm, or the ability to obtain employment.
Yes.
Do you understand that you waive any and all defenses, including any mental health defenses, by entering a plea of guilty?
Yes.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you are giving up the following rights?
Yes.
The right to a trial by jury, the right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself, the right to see and hear the witnesses called to testify against you, the right to the assistance of counsel, either hired by you or court appointed if you cannot afford an attorney, the right to the presumption of innocence, which means that the state must prove that you're guilty of these charges beyond a reasonable doubt, the right to testify on your own behalf or remain silent, the right to present other evidence of your own and call your own witnesses, and the right to appeal if convicted of these charges after a trial.
Yes.
Counsel, are you satisfied that your client understands that these are the rights that they'll be waiving by entering this guilty plea?
I am.
Ms. Williams, has anyone forced, threatened, or promised you anything to get you to enter into this guilty plea?
No.
As to indictment number 25 SC 006023, how do you plead to count one, willful obstruction of law enforcement officers by use of threats or violence? Count two, simple battery against a police officer. Count three, simple assault, and count four, criminal trespass.
Guilty.
Is this guilty plea freely and voluntarily given with full knowledge of the charges against you?
Yes.
Do you understand that you do not have a right to appeal directly from your guilty plea? But if you believe that there is some type of error in your guilty plea, you can apply to the appropriate appellate court to request a discretionary appeal.
Okay. Yes.
Do you understand that that process must be completed within 30 days from today?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you, do you also understand that you have only 4 years from today for a felony charge and 12 months from today for a misdemeanor charge to file a habeas corpus petition challenging the voluntariness of this plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Your Honor, if this case were to proceed to trial, the state would show that on August 15th, 2024, Officer Weaver, that's an officer of the Atlanta Police Department, conducted a drop-in at 878 Norwood Drive, Norwood Road, Southeast Atlanta, Georgia. And that's a convenience store that's at that location. When the officer did that drop-in, they saw that the defendant, Ms. Williams, was there having a conversation with the clerk, Mr. Uden. That's Uddin. At this time, Ms. Williams was asking Mr. Uden, can she purchase something from the store on credit? Mr. Uden told her that she could not. At this point, Ms. Williams and Mr. Uden got into like a verbal altercation because Mr. Uden told her she could not get those items. At this point, the officer intervened and he tried to calm Ms. Williams down. After trying to calm Ms. Williams down, they then got into a verbal argument. The officer in this case and Ms. Williams refused to leave the store after the officer told her that she would be issued a criminal trespass. She did not leave the store. At this time, the officer tried to detain her and get her to leave the store. At this time, Ms. Williams struck the officer in his eye by punching him. The officer then called for assistance to the scene. While waiting for the other officer, Ms. Williams spat on the officer and hit him again multiple times with her fist, leaving a cut on his left hand. At this time, Ms. Williams was placed under arrest for the charges we have before us. All this occurred in Fulton County. Regarding the offer in this case, Your Honor, the state is recommending for count one, 5 years to serve 30 days with the balance probated, and for counts 2 through 4, 30 days to serve to run concurrent with count one. Regarding the special conditions of probation, the state is recommending 40 hours of community service for the defendant to stay away from the incident location and for the defendant to complete an anger management course. The state is not opposed if, as I've stated to Ms. Wood, if Ms. Williams will be doing 30 days straight or 30 days on the weekend. However, it is a recommendation for it to be 5 years to serve 30 days. And that is all from the state, Your Honor.
Got it. Okay, thank you. Good morning, Ms. Hardy.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Do you have any criminal history information for Ms. Williams?
There are 6 arrest cycles, no felony convictions reported on the GCIC, nothing further to report.
What's the most recent arrest cycle that you have?
The most recent is looks like a criminal, it looks like maybe this case is a well, before this case, there is an arrest in January of 2024 for possession of marijuana less than an ounce, possession and use of drug-related objects, and it was dismissed.
Okay, but the most recent one is the August 24 arrest.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much.
Mhm.
Ms. Wood.
Thank you, Judge. So Ms. Williams is a lifelong Atlanta resident. She's a high school graduate. She also did some college credits at Georgia State University. Currently, she is gainfully employed. She actually has 2 jobs. She works at Wendy's and she also works at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Your Honor, so at the time of this incident, she was actually living near that convenience store. She had like I don't want to say a relation, but she knew the clerk. And so it's her position that buying stuff on credit was something that she did often. I'm not sure if maybe he changed his tune since there was an officer staying there, who knows? In any event, she actually, after this event, she was 1013, she was hospitalized, she was diagnosed, she has depression and bipolar disorder. She does have medications. I think that's why she's probably stable now, is because she's taking her meds. She did send me proof of all of this. So our request to the court today, so that she doesn't get thrown off track with how well she's doing, is that the court consider a sentence of just 5 years probation straight on count 1, and then 12 months to serve concurrent on the 3 misdemeanors. We have no issue with an anger management course or the community service hours. I would also ask for a condition to be added for take medications as prescribed. And then I also am asking for first offender treatment and a behavioral incentive date.
All right, Ms. Smith, any position on first offender? Okay. Ms. Williams, Ms. Smith may have asked and I missed it. So you're taking medication now?
Yes.
And you take it for what Ms. Wood just described, the depression and the bipolar diagnoses?
Yes.
Do you take medicine in the morning or at night?
I take just one day. So early in the morning, I try to take it early in the morning.
Okay. Did you take it this morning?
Yes.
When you take the medication, does it make you woozy or drowsy or out of it?
No.
Okay. You feel like you've understood what we've been talking about?
Yes.
How long have you been taking that medication?
For about 4 months now.
Okay.
4 or 5 months. Yeah.
Because it's new and different medication, or I thought, maybe I misunderstood. I thought that pretty soon after this situation, you went and got some treatment and that resulted in you starting to take medication, which would be 2 years ago.
Yeah. So after that situation, I went through like online, the video circle online. I went through online bullying. Like I was going through depression. So I went to go check myself in the hospital to make sure I was okay.
Sure.
So when I did that, that was like a couple months ago. I went through all type of stuff. I got put out. I was doing stuff just to make sure I was okay, like in a stable condition.
Okay, so you didn't get the diagnosis and
So
the,
I got it because of that situation. I never
Okay.
went through that.
okay,
And after that, everything came after that. The cyberbullying, me losing my job, me losing my apartment, all that.
okay. You were bullied online or someone bullied you? I mean,
I
you were bullying people or you were being?
No,
bullied?
I was being bullied
By the
because of the
police?
video. Because of the video with me and the police officer. It's so I got cyberbullying.
There were, I forgot to add that part. There were customers in the store that started taking videos as in addition.
Sure, it's dramatic. This woman's pounding on a police officer. So that video went around.
Yes, I actually told them to record.
Oh, you told them to record?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
but somehow whatever was recorded resulted in you being cyberbullied.
Yes,
Okay. And it was after all that that you then began to take medication.
yes, I got help. I was trying to see what was wrong with me, like,
Got it. Okay. Has the medication helped?
yes.
Good. All right. Do you have any questions about what we've discussed? What do you do at Mercedes-Benz?
I'm a vendor, a walking vendor.
Like someone who walks around with one of those things, hot dogs, peanuts, whatever it is?
Yes,
Okay. Are you going to be able to work there during the World Cup?
yes.
That'll be exciting. Which is more hours, the Wendy's or the Mercedes-Benz?
Wendy's,
Wendy's? Okay. And do you have a stable place to stay now?
yes,
Your address?
yes.
Is it your place or are you with a relative?
No, it's my place.
You got your own spot.
Yes.
Do you have anyone who lives with you?
No.
How long have you had that?
Since July of last year,
Okay, so almost a year.
yes.
How long have you been at Wendy's?
I started in December.
Okay. What were you doing back in July when you got your apartment?
Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, so you've been doing that for a long time?
Yes, I'm a traveling vendor, so we get to go out of town, we get to go places. That's how I was keeping my money going.
Do you travel with like a team? Like
Yes.
if the Falcons are in New Orleans, you go with the Falcons?
So with 5 people and we travel with a team.
So if I'm a vendor at the Superdome in Louisiana, I'm annoyed that you're showing up because I'm already selling
Yeah.
popcorn. Why are you at the Superdome?
Yeah, because we got a contract.
Okay, so they let you in. It's not like some fight outside, like I'm gonna go in and I'm
We
gonna
got a
sell
contract.
Atlanta popcorn. Why would the Superdome need you there? Don't they have enough people who can? No? Interesting.
You'll be surprised.
All right. Do you travel with Atlanta United also? How do you get, like, if they're going all the way to Los Angeles, are you just walking? How do you get there?
No, we go to Los Angeles, sometimes they might get us a plane ticket. Like we went to the Sophie Stadium,
Mhm.
they got us a plane ticket there and back, a round trip.
And when you were there, you were a concessionaire.
Yeah,
They flew you across the country to do that.
yeah.
Huh. All right. Like, are you there because the players, like, no, I want Ms. Williams to sell to me a hot dog, or you're selling it to
I'm
fans?
selling to fans, everybody.
Never heard of that. I've heard traveling nurses, but not traveling concessionaires. Interesting. Well, you get to see the country.
The company is called EMS.
Okay. The Falcons played a game in Berlin or something. Did you get to go to Berlin?
Didn't get to go
No.
there.
All right. Just domestic travel. All right. So did you and Ms. Wood talk about what first offender is?
Yes,
You understand that it's mostly a benefit. It means that if I sentence you as a first offender, this is not a conviction, meaning you don't have to tell someone you're a convicted felon. You're going to be under sentence, but if you successfully complete your sentence, then you can have all this removed from your record. And while you will be on probation, you're not a convicted felon. You don't have to tell your employer, uh-oh, my status has changed. I wasn't a felon and now I am. Or if you choose to go back to school or apply to a different job, you've seen on job applications that often asks, are you a convicted felon?
no, I recently got fired because of this.
Okay, from what job?
Eclipse Advantage,
What?
Eclipse Advantage, that's a warehouse in Forest Park.
Oh, and they looked at your criminal history?
I sent it to
Because it was showing as a pending.
Sure, it was pending. After
Yes.
today, it won't be pending. It'll be closed, and it won't be a conviction if I sentence you as a first offender. That's good. That's a good thing. But I'll tell you, it comes with a risk. If you stop taking your medication, something happens, and you get in trouble again, then you can not only have to deal with your new charges, but the state could ask me to revoke your first offender status. And then I could resentence you without a trial because you've already pled guilty up to the maximum here, which looks like it could be 8 years. I don't think we'll need to do that, but you just need to know there's a downside to first offender. Because it's a situation that can wipe this clean, if we're mistaken about you and in 6 months you break a police officer's nose or something, then we'll have to come back here and say, we misunderstood what's really going on with Ms. Williams. She's out there picking fights with officers or doing whatever. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but you just need to understand that there's a downside to first offender. You understand?
Yes, sir.
understanding the benefit of first offender and the risk, do you want to be sentenced as a first offender?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your Wendy's shifts, are there days that you have off? What days do you work at Wendy's?
So they just do the schedule every week on their own. So some days might be Thursday and Friday, some days might be Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
Yes,
Are there some days you never work with Wendy's?
I go to work.
What, no, I don't mean you don't show up, but like they never ever schedule you on a Wednesday, or it's just random. You find out each week, all right, this week is Thursday through Saturday.
Yes,
Okay. And then Mercedes-Benz is just when they're games?
events.
Event, it could be a concert.
Yeah, it could be
Okay.
a concert, a game, a soccer game, football, anything.
Okay. When something's going on at
There.
Mercedes-Benz.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Ms. Williams, I find there's a factual basis for your plea. It was a bad day for you. Not quite sure what snapped, but it ended not well. I'm glad no one got too badly hurt. I also find that your plea is knowing and voluntary. Voluntary means no one's forcing you to enter this plea, but you're doing it only after you had time to think about it and talk about it with Ms. Wood. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
And it's a knowing plea, meaning you've understood the things we've discussed, unless you had a question, which we've answered. Ms. Wood, can someone in my office sign the indictment for you?
Yes.
Ms. Smith? And Ms. Williams, can someone in my office sign your name to the indictment indicating your guilty plea?
Yes.
We'll do that. What I'm going to do is sentence you on count 1 to 5 years probation. Counts 2, 3, and 4 will be 12 months probation. They'll all run concurrently with each other, so it's a total sentence of 5 years. Special condition of probation number 1 is that you're going to spend four weekends in custody. And for me, weekend means Friday through Sunday. But I don't mean to interfere if you've got something going on at Mercedes-Benz, because those events are few and far between. And so I don't know how far out you can map the schedule. But if you want to talk with Ms. Wood about that, we could get the specific 2 days when you're going to be doing what you need to do. And if you can get those dates to Ms. Wood, she can get them to me, and we'll take care of that. You'll need to stay away. Do you still live near this convenience store?
No, I moved.
Great. So you need to, while you're on sentence, you'll need to stay away from the convenience store. You'll need to complete 40 hours of community service in the first 6 months of your probation. You'll also need to take an anger management course within the first 6 months of your probation. And it's a condition of your probation that you take any medication that a doctor's prescribed. So if your doctors are saying this is good to keep you stable, you don't get to quit it because you don't like it. You should go talk to your doctor to say, hey, I need a different prescription because it makes my head feel funny or something, but don't stop taking it. I'll also set what we call a behavioral incentive date of April 28th, 2028. That's 2 years from now. If you are doing A-OK on probation, and it sounds like you're in a good space, and so this is not going to be a challenge for you. But if we get 2 years down the road and you'll have already done your community service, you'll have already done your anger management, if probation is saying, man, Ms. Williams, all we do is call her and say, you good? She says, I'm good. Then they can petition to have your case closed out 3 years early. All right? So I know you are not excited about going back into custody. I'm trying to strike the right balance between what I think is a reasonable recommendation from the state and the fact that this was a year and a half ago and you've done great since then. And so I'm splitting the difference a little bit and setting that behavioral incentive date to encourage you to keep doing the great stuff you're doing. Okay? Do you have any questions about any of that? All right. Ms. Wood, I don't know if Ms. Williams preserved her final plea rights, but why don't you two talk just to see if she's got a concern about this? And to see if she's able to, you can check your phone, whatever you need to do, figure out where are some 2-day periods. And I want to be clear, it's just this total of 8 days. You may look at your calendar and say, what the heck? Can I just do 8 days in a row? So you just go in once and get out. I'm not requiring it that way. I do weekends because you were describing, you're a busy employed professional. And so I don't want to interrupt that. And so the fallback is usually, well, it's Friday night through Sunday night, but your version of a weekend could be different because of the work you do. Okay. So talk with Ms. Wood about 2 things, just about this sentence, make sure you understand and want to go forward with it. And then 2, if you're able to identify the dates, we can just bake those right into the sentence. Okay. All right. Is that Ms. Ballard? No? Okay.
There was a lot to weigh here, what happened in the moment as well as everything that happened after, and Judge McBurney did his best to balance the 2, I thought, but I'd be curious what you think, so take a moment before you go and let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, there's no sense in leaving, just check out one of the 2 that are on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.